What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So as y'all know, in the previous weeks I would pretty much go over every single PR stunt, have like separate videos for each one of them. But for now on though, starting in the autumn week here, which is going to be week 2, I am now going to include every single PR stunt in one video. To be honest, I feel like this is much easier and something I probably should have been doing weeks ago. But first things first here, I am going to talk about all 3 of these here in Mexico, and then I will cover the other 2 in the DLCs as well. So for these guys, there is going to be 3 of them. For all 3 of them, you're also going to have to use the exact same car, which is the Nissan here. This car is honestly pretty dang dope, and I gotta admit, this thing has really surprised me though. Luckily, the Nissan is also going to be very cheap, so no worries there, and it has to be maxed out at B700. I will show you guys my share code right now that I managed to get all 3 of these done basically first try. The only one I had issues with was the danger sign, at least the first time I did it, because I pretty much needed a bigger head start. Speaking of that though, let's go start off here with the danger sign, guys, which is going to be on the bottom of the map here. I did end up turning everything else off, that way it's way easier to see these. But the first one here is going to be the danger sign. Now if I do end up putting the waypoint on, you guys are going to notice it's going to be off of this mountain here. The easiest way I found to do this though is I would recommend starting all the way back in this area. The reason for that is the first run I did end up doing, I started right over here, and to be honest, it was definitely not fast enough. I was like, alright, well let me go back a bit farther, guys. I started over here, I hit the jump, I think it was like 114 miles an hour, easily got it done. So I would recommend starting farther back, and you should be good to go on this one. And then for the next PR stunt you're also going to have to do is the speed zone located right over here. Now this one is probably going to be fairly simple, guys. To be honest, I kind of thought it was going to be difficult. I spawned around this area here with the lovely Nissan. You could probably go a bit farther back, but you're then going to start off and hit this, guys. Luckily, there's no sharp turn, so you can pretty much hold your speed the entire time through it. I think I got well over 100 miles an hour on it, and I pretty much did it easily first try as well. Let me zoom out here. You guys can't see where you are going to start it, so this one is going to be fairly short. Luckily, though, the Nissan got this one done pretty dang easy. And then for the final PR stunt here in Mexico is going to be the speed trap. So this one is going to be located right over here. As you guys will also see, there is going to be plenty of room on both sides of it. Now, I did end up testing this out. I kind of went from this direction, but to be real, I don't think this way is good. I would definitely recommend pretty much spawning over where I am by this road. This is where I did it. Now, the other thing is, though, do not be afraid to spawn a bit farther back, like even all the way on this road over here as well. That way you can actually have a bigger starting run. I did notice around this corner, guys, you do not need to slow down. So reaching 120 miles per hour in this speed trap should not be all that difficult, especially for this Nissan. Now, when it comes to the Rally Adventure DLC here, we are going to have the Devil's Pass Speed Zone. For this, you are going to have a C600, which is going to be with the Volvo 242 Turbo. Once again, guys, I am going to have my share code on the screen for this vehicle. I gotta admit, I feel like it did pretty dang well, and I managed to get it done first try, so I don't think it's too bad. But I do think it does depend on where you do start, or like what you're running on your car anyway. For this one, though, it is going to be on the corner of the map over here, so there is going to be one sharp corner. Luckily, the second area isn't too bad over here, guys. This is why I also recommend to honestly spawn here and not the other side. The reason for that is you are going to have a bigger start, so once you finally get into the straightaway, or at least this area, you'll probably be doing around 80 to 90 miles an hour, which is going to help because this turn is honestly pretty sharp, so you're probably going to lose around 20 miles per hour on it. After that, though, it's going to be really easy to maintain over 65 in order to get this done around this corner. I would recommend being careful on this final turn here, but overall, though, I do feel like starting on this end is the best way to do this one.
Arrived at your destination.
And then for the final PR stunt here is going to be in the Hot Wheels DLC. This is going to be a danger sign that has to be used in the Aventador and S1900. To be honest, guys, I'm going to come out and say this one is probably going to be the easiest out of all of them, at least for the ones I have done this week. It is going to be located right here, and I would say it's going to be fairly easy to find if you turn everything off, though, and it's going to be bright red. But you have to get 1,181 feet on this one, and you also have to use the Aventador. I would recommend trying out my share code because it made this very easy to do. All you have to do pretty much is spawn here and then head toward it, jump, and hope you don't flip over or make sure you have a good landing, and that is basically it on this one.